Hello, welcome to OJ Studios. Please enjoy this week's chapter of The Unknown by Lacey and Olivia Julius.
I rode with Emma to Ria's house, my mind a whirlwind of nerves and apprehension. Each bump in the road seemed to jolt my anxiety higher. Wearing a bikini in front of everyone, not just anyone, but the cheerleaders, felt like stepping into an uncharted landmine. The thought of exposing this body, a body that still felt alien to me, churned my stomach. But I reminded myself of the goal: blend in as Brooke. It was the only way I might ever find a way back to being Tyler. Ria's house came into view, a sprawling suburban home that could have been plucked straight from a magazine. Its large backyard stretched out, complete with a glittering pool and a collection of colorful lounge chairs. As we approached the front door, laughter and the sound of splashing water filtered through the air, a lively reminder of what lay ahead. Emma was all smiles, radiating ease as she rang the doorbell. I, on the other hand, felt like I was about to face a firing squad. The door swung open to reveal Ria, whose wavy blonde hair and infectious energy made her every bit the queen bee I'd imagined. She greeted us with an enthusiastic hug and ushered us inside. The other girls were already scattered across the backyard. Some floated lazily in the pool, their laughter drifting over the water, while others reclined on lounge chairs, soaking up the sun. A few more milled around the patio, chatting animatedly with drinks in hand. It was a scene of effortless confidence, a world where I didn't belong, but one I had no choice but to enter. "Come on, let's get changed," Emma said, pulling me toward the pool house, a small detached building just off the patio. Her voice carried the excitement of someone about to dive into a day of fun, while I clutched the plastic bag holding my bikini like it was a lifeline. Inside, the pool house smelled faintly of sunscreen and lavender. It was cozy but functional, with a few curtain-changing stalls, a long bench, and a large mirror that reflected the sunlight streaming through the windows. Emma wasted no time, slipping out of her shorts and tank top to reveal a bright red bikini that highlighted her athletic build. She moved with an ease that made me ache with envy. I hesitated, staring down at the plastic bag in my hands. The idea of putting on the bikini felt insurmountable, like scaling a mountain I wasn't sure I was equipped to climb. The fabric inside seemed impossibly small, a flimsy shield against the vulnerability I felt. Emma caught my hesitation and offered a warm smile. "It's just us girls, Brooke. You've got this," she said, her tone so casual and supportive that I felt a flicker of determination. I couldn't let her, or anyone, see just how much this terrified me. I stepped into one of the stalls, my hands trembling as I unzipped the bag and pulled out the navy blue bikini. The strings seemed to tangle in my fingers, and my reflection in the polished chrome of the stall latch seemed to mock me. Slowly, methodically, I worked my way into the fabric, adjusting and readjusting until it felt secure. I avoided looking down, avoiding the full reality of what I'd just done. When I emerged, I kept my eyes averted from the mirror. I didn't want to see myself like this, not yet. Emma, now tying her damp hair into a ponytail, turned to me with an approving nod. "You look amazing," she said with genuine enthusiasm. "Come on, let's go show the others." Her words were meant to comfort, but they only highlighted the surreal nature of the situation. I nodded mutely, following her out to the pool area where the sun felt impossibly warm on my skin. The other girls greeted us with waves and friendly smiles, their attention momentary before they returned to their conversations and games. It was a relief, but it also struck me how natural this all seemed to them, while I felt like an intruder. The water was cool against my toes as I dipped them into the pool, testing the temperature. Emma encouraged me to jump in, and after a moment of hesitation, I slid into the water, letting the refreshing embrace wash over me. It was a relief, both from the heat of the sun and the weight of my nerves. The next few hours passed in an unexpectedly enjoyable blur. We played games like chicken fights and water volleyball, floated lazily on pool floats, and lounged in the sun. For a while, I almost forgot my discomfort. The girls treated me like one of their own, their laughter contagious, and their energy uplifting. It felt like stepping into a movie montage of friendship and summer fun. As the afternoon stretched into evening, Ria brought out trays of snacks, fruit platters, chips, and drinks in vibrant cups. We gathered around the patio, chatting about everything from school drama to favorite Netflix shows. It was a kind of camaraderie I hadn't experienced before, and I found myself laughing more than I had in weeks. Then Emma stood up, wrapping a pink towel around her shoulders, and the chatter fell away as the girls turned their attention to her. "All right, ladies," she began, her voice cheerful and commanding, "it's time to officially welcome Brooke to the squad." A chorus of cheers erupted, and I felt a blush creeping up my neck. Emma reached behind a nearby chair and produced a neatly folded cheerleading uniform. The iconic red and black colors of the Eagles squad stood out vividly in the fading sunlight. She walked over to me, her grin wide and encouraging, and handed me the uniform. "This is yours now," she said. "Welcome to the team." The girls clapped and cheered again, and I found myself smiling despite the swirl of emotions inside me. Holding the uniform felt surreal, like I was stepping deeper into a role I hadn't chosen but now had to embrace. The warmth of their acceptance was undeniable, and it filled me with a strange mix of gratitude and unease. "Thanks, everyone," I said, my voice steady even though my hands trembled slightly. "I'm excited to be part of the team." As the sun dipped below the horizon, the conversation shifted to the upcoming game and the homecoming dance. Their excitement was infectious, and for the first time in days, I allowed myself to relax into the moment. The fear and confusion of my situation faded into the background, replaced by the thrill of being included. When it was time to leave, Emma drove me home, the car filled with a comfortable silence. We talked about the highlights of the day, laughing about Ria's over-the-top splash fight and the way Shayna tried to balance 3 drinks at once. For a brief moment, I let myself feel like I belonged, like maybe, just maybe, this new life wasn't as unbearable as I'd thought. As we pulled up to my house, Emma turned to me with a smile. "You did great today, Brooke. You're fitting in perfectly." I smiled back, genuinely touched. "Thanks, Emma. I couldn't have done it without you." She waved as I got out of the car, her headlights casting long shadows as she drove away. Standing there, holding the cheer uniform in one hand and the echoes of laughter in my mind, I felt the weight of this new life settle on me again. But for the first time, it didn't feel so heavy.